So I just got back from Shazam, and damn, DC. First Aqua Man, now Shazam? Marvel, you need to step up your game. Shazam! So Shazam tells the story about a kid named Billy, who is a foster kid, and one day he runs away from these bullies and he bumps into this god. He goes into a different dimension, and this god gives him the power of Shazam. Meanwhile, we got this other guy, played by Mark Strong, who gets the power of the 7 deadly sins. These demons, these 7 demons enter him, and he has the power of flying and all kinds of stuff. I'm not a superhero guy. Let me just say that right up front. I'm not a superhero guy. I don't read comics. I've never read a comic book in my life. I can't tell you if this is going to be close to the source material that it came from. The show that was on back in the day, I heard there was a TV show way back then about Shazam, but I can't tell you if this is close to that or if it's close to the comic book. This is just my thought on the movie itself. First off, let me just say that I love that they chose Zachary Levi. This guy's like 6'3". He looks like a towering like superhero in this movie. I'm not sure if he's really that muscular, but the suit makes him look muscular. But I like that they didn't choose a A-list actor. I like that there's like a new face. You know, like when they did like Nightmare on Elm Street, the remake, they didn't like hire this A-list actor to play Freddy, because that would just take you out of the movie. And I'm glad they didn't do that with this movie. I didn't know this guy going in. I think he was in Alvin and the Chipmunks or something, in Tangled. I don't know his work. So I like that, and I like that even the characters towards the end, when other people become spoilers. I like when the other people towards the end become superheroes and they change. They don't just turn into like Brad Pitt or Leonardo or something. I like the explanation we get for how he gets his powers and why, I also like the villain in this movie. I wish we would have got more of his backstory as a kid, but I like him. I like his get up, I like his powers, and I don't know, I liked it. I liked that this movie, right off the bat, as soon as he gets his powers, it establishes how evil he is when he kills his dad and brother. Like, he just flat out just kills him without blinking an eye, so it's like, holy shit, this guy is evil, he's not to mess with. But the only reason it is that way is because they didn't establish his toxic relationship with his family enough. Like, the beginning, he gets, like, picked on for, like, 2 seconds by his brother, and his dad says he's like giving him life advice, like, you need to stand up for yourself, be a man. And what, you're just gonna kill him 45 years later because of it? I feel like we could have got more from his backstory to why he just flat out kills his family like that. Like, we didn't get enough there, so to me it just felt evil when he did that, which it works, but I feel like they were going for maybe like, this is a justifiable killing. They were assholes and they deserve to die. The CGI is okay for the most part. I mean, the demons, they look pretty awesome. There's some horror elements to this movie. It could have been bloody. Like, this could have been like a Deadpool rated R movie, because there's a couple of spots in this movie where it starts to feel like it could be like rated R. It could have got bloody. Like, those monsters could have ripped people up. In fact, they almost like show a beheading, like chewed off, like a head getting chewed off. The humor in this movie, it's pretty damn good. Like, it lands like 90% of the time. The audience I was with was laughing throughout. This movie's pretty hilarious. It's not cringy, really. And I love that this movie doesn't just like leave people out, really. Like, it actually focuses on other people. It doesn't just focus on like the main 2 kids. It actually tells you enough about each of the other characters, the foster sisters, the foster parents, just enough to like them and know them kind of on a personal level, just enough to care. There is one foster brother, the fat one, that they don't shine a light on at all. Like, I don't know anything about him other than he's just fat. I think he might be gay. There's a scene where they leave a strip club and he said, that's just not for me. Was that him saying he's gay? I don't know. That's how I took it. But these characters, they all get like fleshed out. You know them. And I like that because it makes you care just a little bit more. And that's what this movie should do. Some could argue that this movie is a little too long. Maybe the beginning drags a little bit. But I think that it's just kind of giving you exposition at the beginning. I feel like the movie paced pretty well. Like, maybe the beginning just a little bit. But I think, because he doesn't turn into like Shazam for like 30 minutes. It seems like 20, 30 minutes at least, and then he finally becomes a superhero. And this movie is like, what, 2 hours and 15 minutes-ish, give or take. But I like that they take their time, and I like that the end battle, the thing that you always like look forward to when you go into a superhero movie, that final battle between good and evil, I like that they kind of drag it. Like, you think it's about to end, but it continues, and then it goes over here, and now the fight's over there. I like when these superhero movies do that, because you don't want the battle to end in like 1 minute. That's what Venom did, and Venom, that was just a letdown. I swear, Venom was like, what, 2 minutes? And it's like, it's over. This one takes its time, and even when like the other kids become like superheroes, it focuses on them like having fun with their powers. Like, the little girl does this, she saves that person, this guy saves that person. They all get a moment to shine. Now here's just my nitpicks, little things. Okay, well, this movie has the same problem that all these superhero movies have for me, is that there's just no gravitas, there's no like seriousness. Like, it's all play for laughs, and there's no, like I said, gravitas. Like, you know they're all going to make it. If anybody died, that would be a shock to me. So you know they're all going to make it, so therefore you're just in for the ride. No one's going to die. In fact, nothing serious at all. Like, this kid, the little one, the fast talker from It, who I find annoying in It and this movie too. He's just like the fast talker. I feel like he's going to be typecasted for the rest of his life as the fast talking kid. Every movie he's in, he's going to be fast talking. But there's a scene where he's at a gas station and there's bullets hitting Shazam, ricocheting off of him in every direction. And he's like right next to him, not worried for his own safety at all. Like, I know you have a superhero next to you, but that bullet could still ricochet and hit you. Like, there's just no seriousness. Am I supposed to believe that that foster dad is married to that foster mom? Get the fuck out of here. And like I kind of alluded to earlier, I wish we would have got to know maybe just a little bit more about this villain as a kid. All we see is that he likes magic 8 balls, and that his brother picked on him for like 1 second, and his dad told him to man up, and then that's it. And then he just researches this portal area that he was at as a kid through his whole life, and then murders his family just like that. I feel like we could have known just a little bit more about him. Just a little bit more. And I hate, this movie makes a very stupid sin that Friday the 13th does, and that is to say today. Okay, the movie opens up in like, what, 1974? And then it goes, today. 2019. That's stupid. Just say 2019. Because if I watch this movie 30 years from now, am I supposed to believe that this villain is like 90 or something? You don't say today. Just say 2019. It makes sense. And am I supposed to believe that his dad, who looks like he's already 50 at the beginning of this movie, is like 95 at the end? He looks the same. Minor nitpick. I found it kind of convenient that the other kids, when they get their powers, they automatically know how to use all of them. When the movie showcases how Zachary Levi, Billy, he like has to slowly learn how to use his powers. He doesn't know how to do all of these things. But then when the other kids turn into superhumans at the end, they just automatically know how to do everything. Minor nitpick, just want to point it out. But my last thing is this movie has like this little slight twist, if you can call it a twist, regarding his mom, Billy's real mom. She was, well, first off, this movie says that she was 17 at the beginning. Bullshit. She looked like she was at least 30. So that's deceiving right there. But am I supposed to be shocked that she abandoned him? Well, no shit. Freddy is like, what, 4 or 5 years old when he gets lost and then the mom could never find him? Whatever. Like, how was that? Like, the way they execute that scene with, like, him finding Al, and it felt like the movie was trying to say, like, this is supposed to surprise you. It's like, no, it's not. I mean, they even go as far to make the mom really seem like a loving mom at the beginning. She's trying to win a toy for her kid. She seems like a loving mom. So that's another thing that made me think that, yeah, this movie's trying to make me, it's trying to be like, this is supposed to shock you. Like, she abandoned him. She, she didn't try to look for him. In fact, she saw him and just walked the other way. It's like, I know. Because there's no way she couldn't find him with all this technology, and he was right there. Like, there's no way. So yeah, that just kind of bugged me. I was like, really? Like, am I supposed to be shocked by this? Because I'm not. So yeah, I felt they failed on that. I don't know what they were going for. I felt like they were trying to make that like this twist or shock, and it was just so obvious up front. I kept thinking it throughout the whole movie. Like, really? He hasn't found his mom, and his mom hasn't found him. Obviously, the mom's not trying. But other than that, this movie was very fun. It's entertaining throughout. And just, I love the story, I love the villain, I like Zachary Levi as Shazam, great humor. So when it comes to Shazam, I highly recommend that you go see this at theaters, IMAX if you want to. But when it comes out on DVD and Blu-ray, go out and buy it. And those are my thoughts on Shazam. What did you think about this movie? Is it better than Captain Marvel? It sure as hell is, in my opinion. What's your favorite DC movie? Mine's probably Aqua Man, or this one. Dark Knight, that's a good one, but that's not in this DCEU universe thing. This movie has an after credit sequence, so they all do. You should expect that by now. But in case you didn't know, I'll just tell you this, there is an after credit sequence, hinting at a sequel, so stay after the credits for it. But what were your thoughts about this movie? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, you can hit this like button to support this video, and support my channel by becoming a subscriber today to see more awesome content, ranking videos, and trailer reactions, and much more by clicking on my cartoon face in about 5 seconds. And until next time, I'll see you soon.